Alright everybody, welcome back to another turn of Operation Outer Space. Um, this will be turn 13 for the Germans, July of 1942. I do believe we have no housekeeping to address on this board state, so let's just jump straight into it. We'll be rolling for the tech first. We'll be rolling for improved factories, advanced mech, and improved construction, all hitting on a 7 or higher. Construction hits, factories hits, mech misses. And then we'll be rolling for heavy armor at an 8 or higher. That's a miss. Okay. 2 out of 4, not so bad. Over to the purchases, we have 60 to spend. And we will be spending all 60 of it. Clearing our bank. We'll be buying 2 Marines, 2 Airbornes, 7 Militia, 1 Infantry, 1 Heavy Strategic Bomber, 1 Naval Transport, and finishing the battleship that was at Stage 2. Also sending 1 Infantry to Italy. Okay. On to the combats. We're going to be raiding in place with our battleship in P-72. Our 2 submarines in A-51 are moving up from A-54, moving up into A-51 and raiding there. The advanced submarine in A-26 is that's where the die are. In A-20 is moving over into A-18. And then we have a few aircraft battles. From Paris, we have a fighter moving 1, 2, 3 into southern England, joined by a strategic bomber in western Germany, 1, 2, 3. And they're going to be strategic bombing the major shipyard to the southwest of southern England. And then from western Germany, the heavy strategic bomber and 1 fighter are flying at 1, 2, 3 into northern England and also bombing this major shipyard. And then our last combat will be Sardinia. We're going to be attacking with an air transport and an airborne from western Germany, flying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Conducting an airborne assault, joined by 2 fighters from Paris, 1, 2, 3, and 1 fighter from Bavaria, 1, 2, 3, 4. Everything else should be happening in the non-combat movement phase. Okay, so let's go ahead and roll out the rating. We'll start with the battlecruiser in P-72. The battlecruiser is still rolling with a net benefit of +2. +2 for being a battlecruiser, +1 for being with radar. That's all the damage for this line. And the defending convoy has just a +1 for LRA. Okay, that should be gone, and those 2 should have been gone, but they're back now. Okay, moving on to the submarines in A-51. Each of these is rolling with a net bonus of +3. First submarine, 1 damage. And the second submarine, the rest. That's 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. And then we have a submarine in A-18 rolling at a +4. 7 minus 4, 3. 3 damage. Yeah, okay. Um, let's go ahead and do our strategic bombing rolls next. We'll be bombing first in southern England. The fighter in southern England will not be participating in either battle. So in southern England we have 2d6 of strategic bombing damage and 1 inherent AAA rolling at a 1. Okay, so that's a miss and 5 damage. And in northern England we have 3d6 and another d6 at 1. Another miss, and that's also 5 damage, which is the maximum for that facility. Okay, the 18th Air is flying back to Western Germany. Oh, I have neglected another combat. Also, I didn't mention this earlier. The battleship in a whatever sea zone this is going to be repaired this turn, just hanging out at the shipyard. Okay. The last battle for Sardinia, we have 1 airborne rolling at 2 in round 1. This is mountain. Yeah, for sure. We have 4 fighters rolling at 4. We did get a hit, and in defense we have an infantry rolling at 4. That's a miss. Fantastic. So Sardinia is liberated. Alright, now at the end of the combat movement phase, we can land all our aircraft. The air transport is landing in northern Italy. The fighters are all landing in southern France. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have the range either way. Okay. And then the strategic bomber that hit southern England is going to be flying to Paris alongside the fighter from Paris. And that is all of our aircraft landing. On to the non-combat movement phase. From Paris, we have 1 infantry marching over into Aquitaine. From Western Germany, we have a tactical bomber flying to Paris. Now we can do our rails. We have a rail from Aquitaine into Switzerland for the medium armor. From Western Germany, a Marine is railing to Picardy. From Western Germany, an airborne is railing to Northern Italy. It's not embarked on that aircraft. From southern France, an artillery is railing to Slovakia. And that's all 4 of our rail capacity. We have the motorized infantry from Austria driving over to Slovakia, and a cavalry from Bulgaria moving up into Slovakia as well. And then we have a naval transport coming out of port in southern France and moving 1, 2, 3 into northern Italy and going in port there. I do believe that's going to cover all of our movements. Yep. So let's go ahead and go on to our placement phase. We'll roll for a recruit roll in Spain, hitting on a 1 or less. That's a miss. This battleship is repaired. And let's go ahead and collect our income and place our buys. We collect 48 plus 6. And then we've lost 5 income per turn from the Vici. And we were at 59, so yeah, that all checks out. Okay, and let's go ahead and place our buys. We do have Festung Europa complete, so we will be placing a free coastal artillery in Picardy. The battleship and naval transport will both be built in A11. The strategic bomber will be built in Western Germany alongside 1 airborne and 2 marines. We have an airborne and a militia being built in Paris. Coastal artillery goes in Picardy. We're placing 1 militia on all of the Festung Europa territories, so 1 in Aquitaine, Normandy, Picardy, the Netherlands, and Denmark. We have the Italian infantry going to northern Italy. German infantry, let's see, we built 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 1 capacity left in Western Germany. And the last militia will go in Romania, I guess. Okay. And with that, everything should be in place to pass things along for the next Soviet turn. So we'll leave things there and say best of luck on your next rolls.